Hello, boys and girls. How are you this morning? It's Tuesday. We've all survived Monday. When you jump on here, tell me how your Monday was. I hope that it was wonderful. I tell you, mine was tiring. It was really, really tiring. So if you've never joined me before, my name's Wendy King Bassett, and I am the Makeup Motivator. I use unique products to help me uplift, empower, and validate people. I love to make people smile. Like, that's my jam. That's what I love to do. I love to make people smile. I love to boost their spirits and make them happy. And I think that when your makeup or your hair or your outfit or there just something turns out right for you that day, you walk a little taller and straighter, and it makes you just a little more confident. And I think confidence leads to happiness. So in the description of this live, I put I'm going to turn back time. And only to a month though. So what the heck, Rooney, does this crazy girl mean by that? Well, what I mean is last month, every month we have a special. Every month Younique has a special. I'm going to move this camera just a little bit there. Okay. Every month we have a special, and last month was our Flawless 4. That is our most popular special that we have. We repeat it once a year. It's the only Kudos. It's called Kudos. Our monthly specials are called Kudos. It's the only one that we repeat once a year. And we do that just because it is so popular. And I had a couple gals that grabbed that Kudos because, every month at, the first day of the month, a new Kudos comes out. Like this month's is you can get any of our Addiction Shadow Palettes, our Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palettes, including a brand stinking new one that we just released April 1st. That's palette 6. So pretty. It's like rose golds and chocolates. Such a pretty eyeshadow palette. It's just gorgeous. And you can get one of our Splash Liquid lipsticks. I am sporting one today that I should not have put on. I'm just going to be honest right there. I should not have put anything on my lips this morning because they're so stinking chapped. It's crazy how chapped they are. I did really bad the past few days about drinking my water, which is something that I preach to you all about all the time, right? Be sure to drink that water. It's so important to drink that water. And I just did really bad, and my lips show it. So I'm going to be struggling with that for a couple of days, getting that back around. Anyway, so the Kudos last month was a Flawless 4. In it, you got primer, concealer, foundation, and a setting. And I had a couple of gals that had grabbed it from me, ask me if I could do another live on that because they just, they just wanted to see it again. Sometimes repetition is good. Repetition is good, and it gets you to what, you need to know. So this morning, that's what I'm going to do. Before I popped on here, I put my primer on. The reason I did that, I put my primer on before I popped on, here's one, I'm running super late. I need to have already left for work. And two, because primer, when I put my primer on in the morning, that's just this wonderful, wonderful stuff. I like to let it sit for a good 5 minutes. I really like to let it get in there and do its job, fill in those fine lines and wrinkles, and give me that even surface that I want for my makeup to go on. So I did that before I popped on here. When you first popped on here and joined me, you saw the white, not white, but the color under my eyes. That was my concealer. I like to let it sit a couple minutes too. Put it on my face, let it heat up. My body heat's going to heat that up and make it spread a little bit easier. And I just go in with a little makeup sponge and do the long V, the elongated V, and bring it really bring it up to try to open up those eyes and brighten up those eyes. Now for the other part of that, and I'm going to tell you something else. So that, Wendy, find your words this morning, girl. Goodness gracious. That primer that I used this morning does an amazing job. Does an absolutely amazing job. It really does. It gets in there, fills in fine lines and wrinkles. It gives your face that just an even surface for your foundation to go onto. And this morning I also, because when I was putting my primer on, I was doing my eyes. I did my eyes this morning first. I sprayed my eyes, I sprayed my face and my eyes with some of my Behold setting spray after I'd put my eye primer and my face primer on. Yes, there are 2 different primers for your eyes and your face because your eyes, the primer you want to put on your eyes, sorry, I got a little bit of an itch there, and the primer that you want to put on your eyes, you want it to be a little more tacky of consistency so that your if you have glitter shadow, it'll stick to it, or any shadow. It's going to make your eyeshadow last all day. But I wanted to bump that up a notch this morning. I wanted to really give it a little oomph. So I sprayed my face and my eyes with my setting spray also this morning. So I've already used 3 of those 4 products. Now I'm going to use the last one. This is our Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation, and I am almost out of this bottle. And my little tip or trick when it comes to that is I've got myself a little coaster here. Because on that coaster, I also put a little bit of my BB Tinted Moisturizer. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do what I'm doing here, where I'm mixing up that BB Flawless Tinted Moisturizer. You don't have to do that. You don't have to mix it with your Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation. I just do that because I have such dry skin. And obviously it's a little worse this morning. I made it worse this morning with not drinking enough water. It's a little bit worse today. Good morning. So I like to just mix a little bit of that BB Flawless in with my Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation, just to give me a little bit of moisture, because my skin is so dry right now. When my skin's not feeling dry, when, we put under the nose there really quick. When I'm not feeling that dry skin, then I don't worry about it. Then I'm totally okay. I just use my Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation. And if I'm having a day where, I'm 51 years old, boys and girls, 51 years old. Proof that you're never too old for makeup. You're never too old to play in makeup and have fun with it. I'm proof right here. Some days I just want a little more coverage. Some days I just wake up and I think, ugh, I need a little more help today. Just help me. Some days that happens. When that happens, I take some of that foundation or some of that concealer, and when I'm mixing, like I just mixed that my BB Flawless and my Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation, when I'm mixing that, I also put a little bit of my Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer in there, because I feel like I want just a little bit more. You can totally do that. It's totally up to you how you use it. Now, the brush that I used when I was applying my foundation this morning is our new Kabuki brush. We just released it last month, and I absolutely love it. I love the finish that it gives me with my foundation and my BB Flawless. It gives me the coverage I want. And that happens, it depends on what brush you use. If you want different finish, say you want a matte finish, or you want more of a shiny finish, or you know what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down, my friends, picking up what I'm putting down. If your brushes will determine your finish as well. Of course, your product is going to be the main thing that determines what your finish is going to look like, but your brushes will determine that too. So that's something else to really experiment with when you're picking out what you want to use as much as for your foundation. Because, let's talk about that. There are so many different foundations out there. There really are. You have your BB Flawless, which is just really a tinted moisturizer. We have our Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation. This is a medium to full coverage product. We have powder foundations. We have our brand new Touch Stick Foundation. There's all different sorts of foundations, and each of them are going to give you a different finish, but also the brush that you use to apply them is going to change that finish too. So, it's not a bad idea to have more than one brush. It's not a bad idea to have more than one way to fix up your makeup, put on your makeup until you get exactly what you want. Now, if you're here in Casper or in Natrona County, or heck, if you're in Cody, I'll be home this weekend, and you want to try different brushes before you buy, I get that. Girl, I get it. Shout me out. I'll bring my brushes to you. I'll bring the different foundations to you, and we can try it out. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to the different foundations and me helping you get the right color for you, because that's so important to have the right shade for you, the only foundation samples I have are of the Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation. We don't really have samples in as much as little bitty samples of the other types of the foundation. But the good thing about that is it's okay. The Touch Micro, if say you want a different foundation type, you know, I love Touch Liquid. Obviously, it's what I'm sporting today. But some people want, you know, a different, you know, maybe they want the stick foundation. Maybe you want the powder. I get it. I totally get it. But we can at least get you color matched by just using the Touch. The little samples I have, the Touch Liquid Mirror Foundation. Get you color matched and get you in what you want. We get you the right shade, and you can play with my brushes and figure out, you know, just which one works best for you. So I have got all my stuff on, and I'm going to show you a little fun thing that I like to do. A little fun thing I like to do. I've showed you how. I hope that the gals that, I'm not going to call them out because it's up to them. It's up to them. They asked me to show, so I showed. But I don't give away makeup secrets. Not that there's anything to hide. Like, really, there's nothing to hide about wearing makeup. I freaking love it. Obviously, I'm on here doing lives every morning, every weekday morning. But, I just, you know, I think maybe that's the banker in me. I don't talk about people's finances. If you order from me with makeup products, I don't talk about that. I just keep stuff to myself. So anyway, excuse me. If you want to get color matched and you want some help with getting color matched, shout me out. Even if you're not here in Casper, just if you're here in Casper, you can use my brushes and you can see what different brush you might like to use. But as far as foundation colors, you want to get color match, we can totally do that too. I have a quiz that we will help you get into the exact right shade for you. And let me tell you, when it comes to like the Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation, because of the opticers, Wendy might need to slow down. Because of I'm so tongue-tied right now. Oh my gosh. Because of the ingredients in the Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation, you'll have several different shades that will work for you. And they'll look nice. They'll actually look really nice. But when you get the shade that's just right for you, it is such an aha moment. It's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. That's what I want to do for you. That's how I want you to feel. I'll be honest. I was with Younique over 2 years before I had my aha moment. I was so concerned with helping other people have their aha moment and getting the just right shade for them that I hadn't done it for myself. And when it happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I can hear the hallelujah chorus. Or the choir or whatever. Oh my gosh. I'm really tongue-tied this morning, girls and boys. Really super tongue-tied. So anyway, I apologize. If you want to get the exact right foundation color for you, which I want to get you the exact right foundation shade for you as well. I'm going to do a little quiz. I'm going to send you samples, and we're going to get you exactly what you need. Now, tell you, I also get asked, well, when to use what product? I use my Touch Liquid Shampoo. What is my deal today? I use my Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation every day. And you know, every once in a great while I have a no makeup day on the weekends, but for the most part I wear it every single day. And then in the summer sometimes, if we're out camping, I still use my BB Flawless, just because all it really is a tinted moisturizer. It just goes in and evens out my skin tone. If we're camping, that's about all I use. But for the most part, every single day, unless we're camping or I'm having a Sunday cleaning day. Got up, all I did is I did a messy hair bun, and that's all I did day. Other than that, that Touch Liquid Mineral Foundation, I use it every day because I know there are no parabens, there are no harmful chemicals. It's nature science based. I'm not doing anything to hurt my face, and it keeps me in practice, and I like that. Okay, I'm going to jump off of here. We have turned back time to last month, and I have shown how to use last month kudos. So the ladies that asked for help, here it is. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, though, never hesitate to reach out to me. I'm always more than happy to help you. I'm going to jump off of here and get my late butt to work. I hope you all have the most amazing day. And until we talk again, be happy, be positive, and always, always be you. Take care.